All right, guys, good morning. Welcome to your unique devotion. All right, so today I'm going to start back at the beginning of John chapter 16 for the devotion today and break it down a little bit. So this is John chapter 16, verses 1 through 4. And actually, the way the Bible is laid out, it's actually slightly a continuation of the end of chapter 15, where it's the coming rejection. But it actually picks up in 16. It's sort of an overlap here. So I'm just going to hop in here. Let's get started. John chapter 16, verses 1. These things I have spoken to you, that you should not be made to stumble. They will put you out of the synagogues. Yes, the time is coming that whoever kills you will think that he offers God service. And these things they will do to you because they have not known the Father nor me. But these things I have told you, and when the time comes, you may remember that I told you of them. And these things I did not say to you at the beginning, because I was with you. So here Jesus is talking to them and telling them things he hasn't told them before, because he wants them to realize that now he's not going to be with them, and he needs to set them on a new path, on a new journey. So we all are set on our own paths and our own journey. And the question that comes here to me is, what makes you stumble? What makes you stumble? We talk a lot about truth here, and the last couple of verses and going throughout chapter 15 came back to truth and understanding what truth is. When you face the truth of something in your life, when you can say, chocolate makes me stumble, a little chocolate here and there is good when used properly to build energy or for a nice tasty dessert, not a bad thing. But if you find yourself eating chocolate all the time, thinking about chocolate, sleeping about chocolate, wanting chocolate all the time, that's not good. That is not good. That kind of goes in the way of greed, wanting. But it's something that makes you stumble. And I'm sure there's other things that are even less important that maybe make you stumble. And maybe there's some things that are even more important that really make you stumble throughout your life. But when you look at it and you face it for what it is, and don't necessarily see it as a good or bad thing at first, just recognize it, that it's there. Just notice that it's there. Then you can do something about it. Once you face the truth, you can choose to stop stumbling over it and find ways to make that happen. Some short term, some long term. Or you can choose to just be like, you know what? I like stumbling over it. I'm going to keep stumbling over it. I use chocolate, so we'll use that. Chocolate. You can choose to decide to not buy it as often so that you're not stumbling over it as much. You can choose to not eat chocolate at all for 30 days, do a 30-day no chocolate binge where you're not eating any chocolate whatsoever and try and get yourself distanced from it. Or maybe you're just like, you know what, screw it. I don't care whether it's good for me or not. I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't care what the consequences are. And just binge on chocolate in a bad way. That's your choice. But wouldn't it be better to have that choice than to just be manipulated by chocolate? This thing that has no mind, no direction. There's nothing about it. Why is that controlling me? Wouldn't it be better for you to have control over it and make that choice for yourself? So I'm sure, again, you could put other things in place of chocolate. But first you have to face whether you can stumble over it or not. So the question again, what makes you stumble? That's something I'm going to look at today and see if I can come up with something. I'm sure I'll stumble over something. On that note, I hope you have a wonderful day. Tomorrow we will continue John chapter 16 in our daily devotion, in our unique devotion. And I will start in verse 5. So I hope that God gives you all the blessings you deserve today, and even more so, all the blessings you do not deserve. Have a wonderful day.